getting to the hearts of our guests here is the beer. So this is, I think I've mentioned it, like the main reason why they come is the beer, because they really appreciate the quality of the beer, and also you have to understand that the Belgian culture is very different. Now we are laughing. We had this discussion about the mission and vision recently, and we were discussing that actually the Belgian beer is the original craft beer, because it started like 100 years ago when there was only one way of brewing the beer. So I know you're from Germany, right? So France. You're from Germany. So the Germany had got this like a purity law, meaning there is only one way to brew the beer. There is only one good style of the beer. But in Belgium, because the culture, because they had this like different cultures coming and creating something new. That's basically the foundation of the Belgian culture is the diversity. So the Belgians started to do different beers, right? Dark beers, light beers, stronger, lighter, experimenting with different ingredients, and this is what is in our DNA of our beers. Also, the style of the Belgian beer is always the beers are very, very balanced. So, same time when you look on the craft beer scene, we are also a little bit different. When you check our competitors, like I don't know, Out of Darkness, even East West, it's very much like an American style. So the IPAs, which are very hoppy, a little bit bitter, sometimes very bitter. So they will have a big range of this one style. In Belgium, there is a big variety, and when you check like what we offer at Belgo, it's also very, very diverse. So we try to bring all these different styles from Belgium, and as I mentioned, now we have 10 core beers that we not only sell here but also outside, and we sell them in the bottles.
Can I have a question? So, as I understand, you sell your product in your restaurants, right? And also in
Yes.
shops. Do you sell it to other restaurants?
Yes.
Cafes?
Yeah. We also sell to other restaurants, bars, hotels. Yes. So.
Very good. Any other question? Yes.
Takeaway. Actually, this is the future challenge for us, I have to admit. So we do takeaway at the moment. Obviously when the COVID hit, we started to focus a little bit more on the deliveries because that was the only business. But at the moment, it's not very big for us, I have to admit. This is like some kind of a challenge for us in the future. At the moment, what we offer in terms of our menu, it's not, I would say, delivery friendly, right? So you need to, when you think about the expansion and the delivery, you need to have the right product that is easy to transport, right? It like arrives in the right form. Some of our dishes, not many of our dishes are, to be transported. Even when we think about the Belgian fries culture, and we are very proud of our fries to be, very crispy. We know that from the moment it leaves here until the moment we deliver, it's not the same product.
It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. So we've been discussing it, but this is like a future project, because we need to think how to develop a special offer, still, remaining who we are, but something that will be a great quality for the guest.
Why you choose this location to open Belgo restaurant?
Oh, I think it's a tricky question. I'll have to ask the founder.
Maybe here the market is more open here.
I think it's, but always with every venue, what I see, it's like it's always a lot of observation. Trying to understand what is happening in specific area. So even now when we open the new venue, we always go there multiple times. Morning, noon, evening, different days of the week.
So check for transit, right?
Yes.
So check for if this is a center of reunion. And also not only that, of course, for a brand, we also need to consider the positioning of the brand, right? It needs to be a place in which the context also adds to the brand positioning, considering what you have as Belgo?
So yeah, we need to understand our kind of consumers, like guests, live in the neighborhood. Is it a good neighborhood for us? We also visit like the neighborhood restaurants or the bars to kind of try to understand what the area is about. Is it is it good for for us or not? So there is always a lot of research, I would say, before opening. But I think that with every venue, it's also this kind of element of passion, you know. So there is always this element when you come inside and you kind of
Fall in love.
feel, yeah, exactly, you fall in love or you think it's not for us. So I think apart from all this research and trying to understand the neighborhood, there is always this element of like, yes, that's the right place. And that's actually also the story of the newest venue in District 1 on Tontatie, the one that's near Takashimaya. That was, I think, the love at the first sight. Although the building didn't look that nice in the beginning.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Is the brewery far from here?
Yes, it's in Longan, so it's, oh my gosh, I don't know, it's like 1 hour drive. 1 hour drive from here.
Okay, we have another person.
My question is also.
She's already drinking.
No, so my question is when the people come here and they have the beer, do they serve from the tap or they serve from the bottle? And based on your consumer, your customer, which one do they prefer? Do they want the tap beer or they want the bottle beer?
Very simple answer. Always the tap. Always the draft.
And
When they come here, always the draft. So, yeah. So.
Any reason? I'm sorry. I know.
I think that people appreciate the experience. This is what they are saying, that this is part of the experience. When they come here, they know that the beer is fresh, and this is what I think the Vietnamese consumers are saying about the craft beer and the experience at the pub, at the venue, right? They believe that when they have the draft beer at the pub, that's the best beer they can have. So that's why I think I've mentioned you before that there is this barrier for Vietnamese consumers in terms of like drinking the craft beer at home, because they believe that at home when they buy the bottle at home, it's not as good as draft in the pub. So for us, in terms of like draft versus bottle, the volume, I think now it's 90, even more than 90% of the beer comes from
Do you guys train your employee? You guys train your employee. So when let's say people like us, we come in, we don't know anything about craft beer. So does your team, talk to the customer and advise what to drink? And how well do you think that your team knows about your product, beer?
I think this is a big focus for us, and we do like a regular training on the beer, like literally every month we do have a training. And now recently we started to use a little bit more advanced tools. So we use the app for the team training, where we upload, right? We started to use the app where we constantly upload the content about specific beer, and now we just started, you may see, like amber beer. So this month we started to promote a little bit more amber beer and train the staff about the amber beer. And this is what we try to do, right? Like every month or every second month we try to launch a new beer in terms of the training. So really focus the energy and the effort to kind of teach about the specific style, and then we move to another one, So last month, for example, we really were pushing the cherry beer, which is one of our best sellers, also outside of Belgo. So we had the Valentine's Day, we had the Women's Day, and although we really want to push this beer as beer for everyone, because I strongly believe this is a great beer. But for example, for like February, March, we were focusing on the cherry, team training about the cherry, how to sell, for whom this beer is. So this is also the part of the training, not only about the beer itself, how is it made, how does it taste, but also for whom it is, you know. And they also start the discussion like, what do you like, right? What kind of a beer do you like? So they can advise a little bit better.
One last question. So how many beers does one customer get in and drink? I'm talking about like
Average?
on average. How many cups?
Honestly,
Maybe help us how
What's
many
the
years?
again?
Because right now,
average,
I'm-
how many beers will the
A
guest will
regular
have?
guest.
Average for normally, for stronger, have a maximum 6 glass, 33 cl.
Maximum 6 glasses per
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
25, 33, or 50 centiliters?
33.
What is the size of the?
We have the small
Six
one,
others?
but actually that one is for normal, it's
That is
33
the
cl.
regular.
Yes.
That's steady, right?
For the Tesla, we also have the small, it's like 16 cl.
Okay,
And
the tester,
the
sample.
bigger, we have the 50 cl for the glass.
How
And
many
we also
liters?
have a tall for group, like 3 liter. Yeah. Besides that, we also have one metal beer. It's very fun.
I have another question. Which is the most popular choices, like tower or cup?
Which roll is the
On my
most?
side, the best offer like 3 liter. Yeah. For the
Not the best
group.
offer, but like for customer when you go to Belgo.
Yeah, the
For
volume.
group like 6 people. Yeah.
But the volume, I think 33 glass, 33 cl. Like when you look on like the whole amount that we sell,
Yeah.
the biggest amount we sell in the 33 cl glass.
So for my questions about the glass, do we have to freeze the glass before you serving it, or just give the glass a normal temperature? Do we have to freeze it?
Do you freeze
Actually,
the
if the guest refer to test the beer, yes, of course. We have to provide the beer and
No. At the glass, when you start provide the beer, put the
Cold?
beer into the glass, you have to freeze the glass first.
Yes, we do. We have to make foam before we serve
The glass
the beer. Yeah.
But we also do there are quite a few elements actually around the serving, right?
Yeah.
So when you check our glass, we will invite you for a beer. You can see that you will not see when you have a beer in it, but like on the bottom of our glass, we have the engraving of the lion, who is kind of like our. No, not this one. Have our glass? No.
Maybe you can
So-
show us your glass.
Yeah, so on the bottom we have the lion, the engraving. So when you look at the glass, it helps us to keep the carbonation. So when you look there, the bubbles coming from the bottom of the glass, and also we do the beer cutting, right? So we use the special knife to make the foam even. So when we pour the beer, right, and we always pour. So there is a little bit more of the foam, so we cut the beer. And this is also like typically Belgian way, the professional way of serving the beer. So in terms of like the beer serving, there are quite a lot of elements.
Yes.
Very good.
Do you know where the water and the grain come from for the beer?
Yeah, okay, this is a good question. So the grain, the malt, we import from Belgium.
Okay.
So this is one of the key, if you know the beer, this is one of the key ingredients. So we import our malt from Belgium. We try to experiment with the different suppliers from around, but we still see that this is the best quality. So still we use the Belgian malt, which also is part of the premium price, I have to admit. And then in terms of the water, it's a great story, being honest, and this shows how passionate our brewmaster is. Because we do, of course, we take the water from here. However, we recreate the water profile as the water from Belgium. So our brewmaster was crazy enough to take the sample of the water in different cities around Belgium. And then here in Vietnam, in our brewery, they I miss the word now, but they remove basically everything from the water to make it super clean, and then they add different minerals, and they prepare the water profile to match the water profile as in Belgium. So each of the beers has got like a very specific water profile.
So basically, if we try the Adelie beer, I would like to have the same profile in mouth that we have in Belgium. Right?
You
Or
might,
close.
yes,
It will be close.
yes, it will be close. It will be close. And there are a lot of stories around our beer. So actually, something that I have learned recently from our brewmaster is that, for example, our Pilsner, artisan Pilsner that we offer was made from one of the oldest Pilsner recipes that he found somewhere, and then translated the recipe. I think it was from like a French. No. I think he found it in like a French, like a really old